Pet?
Your teacher. Hello, Vivian. How are you, my dear?
I am very tired.
Me too. I'm completely cream crackered. And for those of you from outside England, that is the old Cockney slang of old London, Cockney rhyming slang of old London town. So what have you done to make yourself so tired, Vivian, my dear?
I have been going to gigs. I have been headbanging. I didn't drink. I was very good. But I stayed out late and then getting up for work and being out at the crack of dawn every day since then. It's just made me tired. I'm getting old.
You're not getting old. You're about 15 years younger than I am, for God's sake. You're considerably younger than me. And we've got people in the audience, We have Simon from Denmark.
Hi, Simon.
Iantha from Maine.
Hi, Iantha.
And Iantha's going to be on the first story this evening. And we have got the lovely Nettie.
Hi, Nettie.
And that's all. And there's others as well, but they're the only ones who have actually said hello this evening. So the rest of you out in viewership land, come and join in. If you don't come and join in, I'm going to I'll set Lee on you, and that's a bit frightening. And here is Nico. Hello, Nico. And we're getting
Love
there.
you, Nico. Love you, Nico. Not too much, just that much.
Okay, do you want to hear something very strange, Vivian?
Go on, do it.
This is all down to the lovely Iantha. And this is the most stupid story I have heard in years. And it has kept me in giggles for the last 2 days. You know that stoats, the small carnivore Mustela minia, they're in cold climates. They only ever do it in Britain, usually in Scotland. In winter, they put on a white coat and they're called ermines.
Yeah.
And the coronation cloak of the British monarchs, up until King Charles, have always been made of ermine. King Charles.
That's that white bit with the black spots. Yeah.
King Charles refused to have stoats killed for his coronation robe, and his ones were made of faux ermine, which is nice. Good on you, Charlie boy. I like that. But my dear friend Iantha, who is an amazing artist, by the way, if you've seen the pictures on my wall, the ones of Archie and other pictures she's done, they're hers, and she's an amazing artist. And she contacted me the other night to say she's got an ermine stuck in her back room. And what does she do about it? And I just have visions of her with her little pugs chasing this bloody, chasing this winter-coated stoat round and round and round and round her house.
But you just keep it as a pet.
Well, I know somebody who did keep a stoat as a pet. In fact, I knew somebody years ago, very dodgy bloke that I knew years ago, claimed that he managed to cross a stoat and a polecat or a polecat ferret.
Oh.
Which, as they're both in the same family, they're both in the same genus, they should be crossable, but I don't think anyone's ever done it. But all Yant has to do now is to let a load of ferrets of both sexes go in her back room and wait and see if they do breed. And she can make scientific history with a family of various ermines in her back room. But that amuses the hell out of me. That's kept me happy for days. Thank you, Iantha, my dear. I do hope you sort out your problem. But that has made me laugh solidly for days. And hi, Robert is here. So, Robert, hello.
Hi, Rob. Hi, Robert.
Hi, Robert.
Now we've got
Yes.
a guest this evening.
I like the
Trouble
gang.
is, Vivian, you ought to be careful, as this our stoat is very tiny, about 6 inches long. I didn't see his tail with the black end, but the face was too damn cute. I almost wanted to stay as long as doggies do not find out. Now, it's a long conversation now going between Nettie and Iantha about ferrets, which is what we like. But Vivian, you really should be careful about what you ask for, because sometimes it happens.
Well, my friend's she's got a pet ferret, and it's a house ferret, and it's called Crispy.
Crispy ferret.
Crispy the ferret, and it's the most spoilt ferret in the world, and she loves it. And yeah, I mean, the only thing is she's constantly cleaning the carpets. I mean, she's trained it to go on pads and everything. But he stashes his food. So you have to be careful what you're feeding as well, because I mean, he sleeps in her bed with her. He gets into bed with her, but he puts the stash under her pillow. So one day she went to bed, found some raw chicken, and had to throw it across the room because she. Anyway, yeah.
I've been to bed with some non-standard things, but never a ferret and a load of raw chicken.
This is one of my father's jokes, so I apologise in advance. What's the difference between a stoat and a weasel?
Pop goes the weasel.
What's the difference between a stoat and a weasel?
No idea.
One is weaselly weaponized, the other is totally different.
Lee, terrible.
You'll remember that, though. That joke will stay with you for the rest of your life.
Well, you have made Nettie happy, so...
Right, shall we get to our guest? Because I'm so excited about our guest. And I have lots and lots of questions.
Really? What you asked for, because you asked Lee for this latest guest, and he produces him.
I know.
He's arrived up like the Demon King in a pantomime in a flash of green smoke.
Yes, I've got I'll stroke my beard in a villainous way.
He's got the evil beard.
Yes.
He's got the evil beard.
It's quite unintentional, but if it's going that way, I must make the most of it, really. Especially, I didn't realise that the name of tonight's episode is the Simply Spooky Show speaks to a Christian Satanist. Lee said that I might want to join you all tonight yesterday. And then I said, "Oh, what's it about? What's the theme of it today?" And he said, "Oh, it's about Christian Satanism." I thought, "Oh, right, okay, no pressure then."
Well,
So I hope I
well,
represent all Christian Satanists fairly, and
see,
I'm no expert.
we don't
I'm the
even
only
know
one I
what.
know.
Yeah, what is a Christian Satanist
I don't,
first and foremost?
I do not know, Viv. Yeah, I'm the only one I know. I feel like I'm in a denomination of one, but then so you can just make it up as you go along, really.
So is there
That's
a
how I see
conflict?
it.
Is there a conflict?
No.
What side of Satanism are you?
Well, I suppose, I mean, often Satanists are non-theists, aren't they? That's quite often the case. I mean, I'm no expert on this, but which I am too. Like,
Yeah,
I was brought up Christian. I had a born again experience. I was evangelical, and all those things. And I just deconstructed all that kind of quite quickly, actually, when I was doing theology and things like that. Deconstructed it, but just stayed in it. I thought, well, it's not my fault that I've changed my mind. Why should I leave the church just because I've changed my mind about what I believe? And
yeah.
so, yeah, I
So are
keep
So
you a
you,
sort
going.
of, are
I
you
keep
more of the
going.
theory side? Are you more of the theory Satanist rather than full on practicing?
I don't really
Mm,
do anything really. I mean, I celebrate things on my own way, I suppose. I mean, in a previous church I was in, yeah, we used to like put on some interesting Lent first Sunday of Lent services, which I used to coin Satan Sunday, to celebrate everything satanic and look at the story of Jesus in the desert with Satan being tempted. And we did one service backwards. We got all the elements and ran them all backwards, like the old backtracking idea. That was a bit of a weird one.
When you did that,
Yeah.
then did something happen? Did you feel differently, or
Well, what do you mean spiritually?
doing the service backwards?
Oh yeah, it was interesting. Yeah, we had to kind of, me and my friend really had to look at it carefully to think how that would really work out, like how to start with the end song. And I mean, we didn't literally go backwards like in the Red Room, David Lynch style. We just took all the elements like the opening and the closing and where the sermons, the readings and the communion go. All of that was kind of reversed.
Right. Okay.
That was a fun one. Yeah.
What was you going to say, Jonathan?
I was going to say, what do you believe, rather than
I,
what don't you believe?
I am pretty much like, an atheist, a Christian. I mean, the interesting thing about being a Christian is there's not one single aspect of Christian dogma or practice or tradition that somewhere in the world it is going to be different for some other Christian. There's no one thing that you can say absolutely joins every single identifying Christian on the planet. So it's like a kind of a cluster concept. I go to church, I love the Bible, and do the music, sometimes lead. I'm going to a bit more of a traditional church now, so I have to reconsider how to express my kind of non-theistic faith. I'm a Christian atheist, but when I'm feeling particularly naughty, it's a Christian Satanist.
Have you ever read the Satanic Bible?
I did. I don't think I've finished it. Yeah, it was good. It wasn't for me really. It was, yeah. There's nothing I disagreed with. There's nothing I disagreed with, in the importance of ritual and I can't remember. It's been so long since I've read the Satanic Bible, but
So, what are your thoughts See, I don't know how to go deep, if I go deep into this or not,
Yeah.
whether you'll be
Well,
able
I'm
to
not
answer.
prepared for anything, so don't worry. Just ask away, because I'm just making it up as I go along at the moment, Viv.
So do you study, or have you studied or followed any demonic entities or deities at all? Do you know anything about them?
No, just the big Satan himself, really. He's my
Okay.
favourite. He's my favourite.
So
I
you
don't go
wouldn't.
into a lot of satanic mythology, to be honest. I much more prefer it as a kind of a juxtaposition with my Christian faith or my Christian religion, like, you know, Christian Satanists. I think they have a lot in common. Both are used as scapegoats, you know,
I don't think
for
so. I
sin.
mean, I'm a Satanist, and
Yeah.
I wouldn't put them in the same camp. They're not similar in any way, shape, or form.
No?
No.
I mean,
Even the bad
both,
Satanists would agree.
you know, both take on the sins of the world in one sense. Both are kind of scapegoats. You know, when people blame Satan for whatever goes on, you know, in their life,
See,
you
that's a
know.
Christian talking. A Satanist wouldn't do that, because a Satanist would take responsibility for their actions,
Right.
where others would, oh, I've done wrong, so let's pray to God and ask for forgiveness. And the Satanist wouldn't do that. They'd, yeah, I did it wrong. Yeah,
Yeah.
I did this and I
Just
was
own
wrong.
it.
So it's now
Yeah.
I'll make it right with that person. They wouldn't go
Yeah.
to a, do you know what I mean? So that, for a start, is a big difference between the two. Whereas they say, put your trust in God. The Satanist wouldn't trust no one.
You ought to see my bank account for my bank account for CFZ.
Mhm.
The CFZ Natural History Limited, which is my company, says CFZ Trust #1. Trust trust no one.
Yeah.
And Iantha says, way back in the late 1970s, she lived with someone who was a member of the Church of Satan in San Francisco. As an age, she read most of the books on that, but decided it was too much regalia and pomp. And talking about Anton LaVey, Anton did not really believe in a physical being called Satan, but rather the goings on of the natural world and how we fit into it.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And Jamie says, I look like I'm asleep.
He always looks like that, Jamie.
Yeah, fuck off, Parker.
Yeah, no, the two big ones, like Church of Satan and is it the Satanic Temple, and non-theistic, aren't they? Yeah.
And
So,
Chantal says hello.
hello, Chantel, you lovely, sweet, hot chick, you.
We both come from me and I've been in this yeah.
Take your time.
Me and David have been in the same church back in the day, and I watched David deconstruct, and I've known him from way back, wasn't it? Have we known each other for 40 years? Something like 40
A
years.
long
so
time.
Not that long.
long.
Not
No,
that
not
long.
40 years, 30 years.
About yeah.
Because I'm only 50. Just.
Yeah.
But David studied theology, looking at the Bible through the lens of Satan as well. So re-examining things like Genesis, isn't it, and stuff like that. Are you with us? Are you awake, David?
Is he?
My eyes are open. Yes.
We're all listening. We're a dog on your every word, Lee.
Sorry, it just looks like
He's listening.
It's weird, but I mean, for me, so I
Sorry, I just saw some bad news in the chat.
Oh,
What's happened?
What's up?
what's happened?
Chantal, my darling, will you please take your
Oh,
time,
for
get
fuck's
better?
sake.
I'm
I've just-
so sorry that's happened to you. We love you lots and we send you so much love and healing.
Oh,
Oh, my dear girl, and if there's anything I can do, shout me.
Let us know. Let us know. Oh my God, that woman's been through so much. Not just that. She got shot as well. She was shot 3 times in the stomach. She survived that. Now this. You have so much bad luck, woman.
God fucking mighty.
I
Now,
know.
I only saw that halfway through when you were saying there was bad luck and what bad news. Jesus, Chantal.
I know. Sorry, Lee. We cut you up, cut
No,
into
no,
what you were saying then.
3 weeks ago, were you in a hospital?
Chantal, can you do me a favour if you want to? You don't have to. Can you private message me your address? I'm going to put something in the post to you.
Yeah.
It'll cheer you up if nothing else.
I got a parcel from her this morning.
Did you get the other parcel?
I
They
don't
said
know.
it's delivered.
Sorry?
They said it.
I don't know because Graham was asleep when I was asleep when. Look what I've got. Whole box of chocolatey stuff for me and Graham. Graham and I have already both each taken a handful out of it. You really know the right gifts to give to a diabetic, don't you?
Yeah. Sorry, Lee. Right, carry on with what you were saying, Lee. Sorry.
I was just wondering, are you awake, David?
yeah, I am awake. Yeah,
He's listening. He's listening.
my eyes aren't even closed. I think it's just the shadows on my glasses.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought you were
And he's
But my
looking
eyes
down.
my eyes are open. Yeah,
He's looking down at the camera. That's why it
Okay.
looks like
Oh,
it's
is that what
asleep.
it is? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just showing with yeah. So same. So my from the age of about 12, I got really interested in the psychic, the other worlds, and that sort of thing. And I ended up scaring myself, whether opening myself too much to things coming in or something like that. But I got really scared when I was about 19. And that's what made me become a Christian. I became a Christian, and they did all that. It was really a load of nonsense, but there we go.
The thing is, though, Lee, I think when you open up, when you this is why people sit in circles, because I'm what I call a natural medium. I can see, hear, feel, and I do trance. And this all happened. I mean, I've been doing it since I was 3 years old, but it got out of control, and I was made to go. Something happened in my life. I won't go into it. It's not relevant really. And I was made to go to a circle, so a closed circle. The choice was made for me to use it. So in that circle, you are taught by more experienced mediums, if you like, how to interact with your gatekeeper, your main guide, which is not someone you know. Contrary to what other people tell you, this is someone chosen to walk with you for your life on your earth plane. So that doorkeeper, I'm going to call him a doorkeeper. So you get to learn who your doorkeeper is yourself. You get to work with him yourself. You have certain things that you have to learn through your doorkeeper yourself before you go on to do these other big, wonderful things, whichever direction of mediumship you go. From there, you get tested. And the tests are not lovely and wonderful like people think that they are. You do get tested with some really dark and horrible scenarios. The tests normally are, well, for me, they were testing my nerve. What do I do when I'm confronted with something that really scares the shit out of me? Do I carry on with it, or do I stop, come back, and just leave it alone? I chose to stop, come back, leave it alone. And when I sat in the circle the next time and I linked with my guide, I was told I did the right thing. Rather than trying to continue with something that was clearly getting out of control, you just stop. So it goes the same with Ouija boards, the same with anything else that you dabble with. If something is not right, doesn't feel right, you feel scared, just stop. Just stop. It won't happen anymore. It'll just stop. So I think the point I'm trying to make is the guidance from the circle is what you need. If you feel scared, you're interested in it, you want to do it, you've come so far, you need to go that extra step with getting guidance with somebody who's a bit more experienced, who could sit you down, calm you down, get you to link with your guide, your doorkeeper, and go through that scary stage again, so you then get a better understanding of what's actually happening, Lee. Because seeing things is one thing, but understanding why you're seeing it is something completely different. When I went back in and saw the same thing that scared me, I wasn't scared anymore because I understood what it was. It's the fear of the unknown, I think, is what might have made you a little bit scared. You didn't understand what you were seeing, why you were seeing it. Why did they show that in that way? Oh no, I'm not going to get involved now. I'm going to step back from this and I want to run to the church. Yes, running to the church for you was the right thing to do at that time and still is the right thing to do, but there's no reason why you can't continue with that mediumship pathway, because if you chose to do that with the right guidance by your side, sort of encouraging you, like Jamie's in the chat, he'll tell you, I gave him a kick up the arse and he's like now flying and doing his own thing. He's actually quite brilliant, because he went through exactly the same as you. He got that to that point where everything scared him.
And then, sorry, so at that point I was 20, and fast forward another 10 years, I just got really kind of, even though I was in the church, I used to love to, I was the guy that got in trouble the most with the Pentecostal people who didn't like, because I used to, what they call dabble in stuff. I'm interested in spirits and witches and all that kind of thing. I think David is much more intellectual than I, in my opinion.
Oh no.
No, you're both lovely and intellectual in your own way.
No, I mean, Dave.
No, stop now.
So I'll stop now. Sorry.
I'm here.
Lee, let me tell you, you are an intellectual man.
Oh.
You know a lot of stuff and you're very gifted, and just take it.
Thank you.
So David, I want to ask you a question. Does your Christian faith, do they know you call yourself a Christian satanic?
They have done up till now. In the new church that I'm in now, not quite. I'm trying to give the clues away. I've taken a few services, tried, but it's a new place. And to be honest, they're just lovely people. I'm not there trying to prove a point or to try and upset people's faith. They're just lovely people. There's no reason, but I've still got to be truthful to myself. If I take one of the services every now and again, I will do it my own way. There'll be a bit of, tongue in cheek, but I try and do something that people can go away feeling kind of positive in themselves, really. So, you know.
Do you find that your church
I don't
is
have to go
more...
preaching about Satanism or anything like that, but they'll be finding out that I'm Christian atheist at least.
Do
How
you think
does
that...
the congregation cope with the 17 naked virgins and the black goat sacrifice?
Well, I don't think they like that sort of thing. I think they think it's quite unsuitable.
So you don't do things like blood magic and chaos magic or anything
I
like that
don't
at all?
know. No, I don't know how I've got onto like a show with this title, to be honest. But I do call myself a Christian Satanist.
You're more like that. You're
But
not
I'm
like
not.
a...
There's not some kind of big treatise behind me with some kind of carefully constructed theology. You know, it's just for me fun. Like, you know,
You're
I
more
like
like
blasphemy.
the naughty Christian.
That's more like it. Yeah, you're probably right, Viv.
The
So I,
naughty Christian. Yeah.
Probably, yeah,
it's like, you know,
yeah.
maybe there's Socrates,
I like that.
you know, like Socrates, he encouraged questioning and for what I don't know where I'm going with that one. Forget it.
Just take your time. Take your time.
I've got dry
all right.
mouth. Jonathan, you're not saying very much today. Are you all right?
No, I'm just laughing because you are amusing me massively.
Me?
Yes.
Am I being amusing? Oh gosh.
So
You
I
are
want to
very-
ask a question to you, David. Right, this is a naughty question.
Oh God.
No, it's not dirty. It's just naughty.
No.
Have you heard of Baphomet? Do you know what Baphomet is?
Yes, I have. It was a kind of, wasn't it? Originally the word comes from like kind of demonization of Muhammad, was it originally?
No, it goes back further. It was the Templars that made it quite popular. But I wanted to get your thoughts of the Baphomet because it's not a demon; it's a symbol. It's an idol basically. And the Templars, it was understood that it's a deity or a symbol of inner transformation. And the Templars, when they were under torture,
wait, 1 second, Viv. I've just spilt some pop on me. You carry on. I can hear you, but I'll have to
okay. So the Templars, under torture, were agreed that they were worshipping this Baphomet, which was this evil devil or whatever. But actually, it's a Sanskrit. Baphomet is a transcribed from a Hebrew source as the word Sophia, and Sophia is the meaning of wisdom. So if you look at Baphomet, it's got one finger pointing up and one finger pointing down, so above, so below.
Mm-hmm.
And it also has symbols on the arms and on the body. I won't go into all that symbolism now because it is a little bit boring to some people that are not into that. But I just wondered if you saw Baphomet as an evil thing, personally, or as, well, I don't really care kind of thing.
Sorry, I can hear you, and I was
Yeah.
listening. I was just mopping myself up. No, not at all. No, I don't think these are evil things. No, I do like the idea that if they have the Satanic Temple were kind of challenging the idea of putting the Ten Commandments in as a public monument. So they made that beautiful Baphomet statue to symbolise, well, if that's okay, this should be okay. So I did like that.
Do you know if David's hair was white, and his beard was a little bit whiter, and he let his hair down. Do you know who would he remind me of?
Who?
And I mean this nicely, so don't
Oh,
take
it's
it
all
as an
right,
insult.
Viv. So I'm not that easily offended, actually.
It'd be a nice version of Catweasel, wouldn't he?
Oh, I've had that one before. Yeah, I've had a few
Yeah, I
different
can see
ones
that.
before.
People that are younger in the chat wouldn't even know who Catweasel
I,
is. I used to watch it
I
as a
know who
kid.
Catweasel is.
Nigel Gummidge, he was the same actor, and he was in Catweasel with his magic. Oh, so
Oh, godly, you are priceless.
You're bearding my iPad, David. You're bearding
Oh, sorry.
it. I don't know if that's a word or something, but yeah,
Bearding it. It's giving it a dust.
yeah, bearding. Yes.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Who? Me?
Yes, you, dear boy.
I don't know.
This is great television.
I'm so sorry. Jonathan, you were going to say something. Sorry. Do you want to ask David a question?
Me? I can't remember what I was
There's
talking about.
questions in the chat. Should we put some up?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
put a-
please, yeah.
So Simon, he says Peter Carroll House Magic is, however, a big influence on the misanthropic Luciferian Order Temple of Blacklight, the most important satanic organisation in Sweden. I didn't know that.
Oh, well, I've not.
How do you know that, Simon?
Because he's in Denmark. Which is
No,
not...
because he might be part of it.
Oh.
We'll have to get him on.
Oh, Simon and his mate are going to be on the show. I have arranged. All sorted.
We need a special, because it'll go on for hours, that show, you know. So much to talk about. Anyway, some weirdos invited me to a naked ritual in the woods, but when I got there, they didn't show up.
Oh, well, just you. That's fine then, isn't it?
There's nothing to say.
Pity.
I've still made the most of it, I hope.
Nettie,
Bit of a
do you want to come
disappointment.
and have a naked ritual in the woods with me?
Simon says, I thought Baphomet was originally a misunderstanding of Mahomet.
That's how I understood it. That's how I thought of it. Yeah.
It's a cross between Baal and Muhammad.
Yeah.
Baphomet points a hand up and a hand down with Solve and
Caligula
tattooed on each arm. And speaking of Baphomet, there was a Satanist group who put a large statue of the goat-headed deity with two children, a girl and a boy, looking on lovingly. Oh, that's
It's really
nice.
lovely. It's really lovely. And that's the one I was talking about, the Satanic Temple. It was to challenge the idea of having the Ten Commandments up on public property. I think it was in Washington. I'm not sure of the details.
Salem. I think there's one in Salem. Isn't there?
I think that's where the actual statue is. But I think it's a kind of to challenge the idea of keeping religion and state separate. So it's that's fine if you want to put the Ten Commandments up. But we've also got this statue to put up as well, and you can't say no if you're saying yes to the Ten Commandments. But I think it's in Salem at the moment. But it's lovely. It's beautiful. Yeah.
They say that they've argued the basic freedom of religion principles should allow them to put up religious statues outside a courthouse.
That's it. If you allow for one, you should allow for many. Yeah.
Jonathan,
none at all.
She's packing now. She's coming.
I'm very much looking forward to it, Annette.
So
it's a date.
Oh, I'm enjoying myself this evening.
What were you just talking about? Sorry.
The statue putting up the statue
Oh
of
yes,
Baphomet.
so I
And the
think it's
reason
really
one should
important.
not- And the reason one should not try gummies half an hour before you go on stage.
No, indeed not. No. So I did want to ask you, was it? Let's put the thought out of my head. Oh yes, it's really important to stand up to Christians. You know, I call the ones that shout in the streets. There was a chap that lived in Hanley, and he would be telling me that because I'm gay, I'm going to hell. He called me a the word in the Bible that means not very nice one anyway.
Blasphemer.
No, not that one. Something about being gay. They say you're a something of God. David, you know?
I'm not sure.
No idea.
It doesn't matter anyway. But they can stand on the streets and shout out hate and their stuff and whatever. And I think that the idea of Satan and the idea that these people that preach on and shout at people and use their religion really as a weapon against people, that you can put someone else at the side who can just be there, because they will say that the thing that really annoys me about these chaps is they come across as they are the arbiters of anything of decency, of morality, that they can they're and it's almost like that they want to enforce their will upon you. And I think that having things like Satanism and knowing like for example, in the Christian Bible, in the Old Testament, it doesn't even, Satan wasn't even there, it was a serpent. But because of Christianity and the stories later on, people they've preactively translated that serpent back, if you know what I mean. And the idea is Satan in the Bible means David?
Adversary.
Does it mean adversary? Yeah. So you got and also there it's Satan's rather than one, because there's so many different like in Job, you've got the judge and jury figure, haven't you?
I was going to say, Lee.
I'm not sure where you're going.
I was going to say, Lee, have you read the Book of Enoch?
Yes.
And how did you feel after reading the Book of Enoch? Did you feel lied to?
I always feel lied to. I always feel that there's a piece missing and I have to delve into it to find the piece. I always being lied to as in the reality of the world, yes, all the time.
No, the church, your church lying to you.
Oh God, yeah. And
because in the Book of Enoch, there are words that, and even prayers that Jesus is reported to have said, that was said some 400 years prior in the Book of Enoch. Enoch had already, do you know what I mean? So do you feel that you're lied to in your church in some aspects?
I'm not in that church anymore. I didn't finish my story, sorry. I left the church about 10 years ago. They actually banned me when I came out as gay. I was well, Yeah, more to it than that, but very, very bad stuff happened to me. And people tried to hurt me.
Yeah, see, that's that I can't condone. I mean, which is one of the reasons why I turned my back on Christian. I was Church of England. I was brought up Church of England. I was christened in Christian spiritualists church. And I turned my back on all of that because of things that, like you went through. I'm not going to say what it is on air because that's not fair. But Lee, honestly, for organisations like that try to control people, try to put the fear of God into them. If you don't do what I say, you're going to hell. No.
Which is complete bollocks, because it says in the book, in the letter to the Romans, that the arbiter for who goes to heaven and goes to hell is God. It's not anybody else, and nobody can make that decision for God.
Yeah.
And I've got an idea, if you try and second guess the Almighty, you're going to find yourself in deep shit. You shouldn't.
I'm going to hell, baby. I'm going to hell, baby. My place is booked.
No, it's completely up to God who goes to heaven and who goes to hell.
Maybe heaven.
I don't believe in the traditional interpretations of either. But
maybe heaven is God's trap for bigots. Maybe all the bigoted types end up actually getting exactly what they wanted, like worshipping God Most High and singing "We Worship You" for eternity. But they're like basically kept away from us, so hellbound.
And Nettie said she's more
Much prefer that.
In belief. I could say something very, very, very saucy here, my dear, but I'm not going to do it. It would be beneath.
I used to believe in the idea of a heaven or a hell, but now I don't. I see. I don't know whether I believe in. I fluctuate really. So.
Oh, what's happened?
Oh dear. I fluctuate. So I go from belief. The moment I just think everything's like connected. So you just become part of the whole. The drop becomes the ocean becomes the drop. And I think that you can, if you go to a field or go to walk through a forest, sometimes spend time with a tree that you've gone to. I live in the woods up here, and there's a tree that I really like. You can connect with this energy of nature,
Dave, Ellie, what have you done to your hair?
No, it's sort of started off like that, wasn't it? Yes.
Sorry.
No. Yeah, so I left the church and I examined all sorts of things. Where did you do theology, baby oyster?
Bobby. He's not a baby oyster. Well, he might be.
Oh, I couldn't. My
baby oyster. I like that.
Sorry, Bobby.
Baby oyster.
Fuck me ragged.
Yeah.
Bobby
so
don't do
at the moment, I'm a Quaker, but Quakers, the thing about the Quakers and Unitarians as well, is that we don't have a creed. So you can be an atheist Quaker, or you can be wherever. You don't have to be.
You can be a Quaker so long as you eat porridge.
Yeah, there's one good reason for being a Quaker, Vivian. You know what? It means you get your own.
Yeah, lots of porridge.
But Viv, the Quakers weren't very happy about the whole Quaker Oats thing.
Weren't they?
No, it wasn't by them. No, it was just a total co-option of that image called Quaker Oats, but it had nothing to do with the Quakers, and they
Oh,
didn't really like it. They didn't really
Know that.
like that they'd used them and also kind of stereotyped them as like oat lovers or something. Yeah.
I
Sorry,
like
I live
Quaker
right
Oats.
next to Cadbury's. I live in the heart of just next to Bourneville anyway. I can walk there. I did walk there the other day. I thought I'd
Do you
have a
get freebies,
pilgrimage.
David?
No, I don't know. But I have been known. So, because during Lent we celebrate temptation and sin and spending 40 days in the desert with the devil. So so I have been known to bring in chocolates to church on the first
Shall I
Sunday of
show
Lent.
you?
They've
Shall I
always
show you?
gone by the end of it. Yeah.
Shall I show you Lint's latest creation?
Mm,
Do you want to see it?
yes.
Because
Yeah.
my son works for Lint, and he sent me an Easter package which had to go to my
Oh.
other son, but there were some bits in there for me, and he sent me their latest creation. Let me get it for you. Bear with me.
while Vivian does that, Simon says, here in Scandinavia, a lot of vegetarian food manufacturers are run by Seventh-day Adventists, who are religiously mandated to be vegetarians, despite them being a fairly small congregation here. Golly.
Wow. I didn't know Seventh-day Adventists were vegetarian.
No, neither did I.
No, that's a new one on me.
Are they?
I mean, I'm mostly vegan, but it's got nothing to do with my religious beliefs.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
mostly vegan just because I think that the farming industry is immensely cruel.
Mm.
And the dairy industry in some ways is even worse. So I try to be, my diet is mostly plant-based.
David, I know David's favourite time of the year is Lent, but David sees it from a Satanist point of view. David, could you share about that?
Mm. Well, I mean, for me, so right at the beginning of Lent, on the first Sunday, it's got Jesus goes out into the wilderness, and oh, that looks nice.
What's that say?
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Matcha strawberry.
God, that sounds nice.
Tokyo style chocolate matcha. This one is strawberry, and this is their latest offering from Lindt, matcha chocolate. Last
That
year
looks very nice.
was
Wow.
Dubai
Oh, I'll
chocolate,
keep my eye out open for that. Yeah.
but this year is this Tokyo chocolate
Tokyo
that
style chocolate. Oh, that does look nice.
you saw it here first, guys.
Yes.
You should probably ask your son to send some out so we can all try it live on air.
Do you want some? Shall I get some?
There's a film called Chocolat. Isn't there about someone who opens a chocolate shop in the middle of Lent? It's a French film. It's the middle of Lent, I'm sure, or something. And someone starts a chocolate shop.
I can see if I can get some more of these, and we can do a tasting on air or something. Because it is quite expensive to buy. I know that the Dubai chocolate is not cheap. Sorry, I would upset you about interrupted about Lent.
Oh no, because Lee was asking me what is it about from my So it's Jesus and the devil. You know, the whole he's out in the wilderness for 40 days, fasting, tempted by the devil. But the earliest gospel is Mark, and he gives you it lasts a few verses. It's really short. He just goes in the desert, and then he comes back out practically. There's none of these rule of three, three conversations with the devil where Jesus gives a Bible verse back at him in kind of resist temptation. There's none of that. There's just a gap. He goes in, 40 days, comes out. So I think you can just make up your own story of what you think happened in those 40 days. Really,
I'm
that's what the other
comparing.
gospel writers did.
I'm comparing Lent to satanic rituals, and for some satanic rituals, you have to go through a period of preparation. And in one of the satanic rituals that I now know about is a fasting period. Sounds like doing Lent. There's other things that go on with it. I'm not going to go into it because that's not what this show's about. But do you not think that by doing this Lent thing, you're going into a ritual yourself, whether it's Christian or Catholic or whatever? It's a form of ritual because you come through this fasting period.
Yeah, mostly I think all these different practices dovetail together somehow, really. I don't think there's much difference. I mean, if you look at all the precepts of, say, the Satanic Temple, I read them out at church once, and everybody really, I didn't tell them who they were at first, and everybody loved them. It really vibed with their own ethics and ways of seeing the world. And then I said that it was from the Satanic Temple. This was the first of Lent, probably Sunday, where I'm talking about this. Yeah.
You read that in church?
I did, yes.
And how did it go down?
It went down very well in that church. It was really nice. It was just a celebration of something, really. And like, because people get really damaged by this whole demon talk and how Satan is this big bad. It's to blame for all the evils in the world. Making people feel like they've got Satan in them for whatever's going on in their lives. And it's really horrible the way that it's used, that name, Satan, to kind of demonize people.
Yeah,
So I think we need to subvert that idea that if you look at the broad scope of the Bible, Satan hardly even appears in it. He's hardly in the Hebrew scriptures. There is a Satan as a kind of a character in Job. There's a few other instances, but so often it's just anything that kind of is seen as an adversary.
Why do they demonize the
obstacle.
goat, though? Why do they demonize the goat? What's the poor goat done to them?
Ooh, I don't know. Is it the cloven hooves or something? I don't know.
I
Particularly
know this
unclean.
one.
Is it the most unclean of uncleans? Only knows.
Go on,
So
Lee.
I know this one. So when the Christians came over to conquer and spread their thing, some people worship Pan. And Pan is a goat. So what they did was they Christian used the symbol of Pan, which looks like the horn god, the devil, and they used the symbol of Pan to it's a bit like subliminal messaging, isn't it?
Look at Robert's comment. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh.
I think, yes, I think that Trump is a very close to a lizard person.
Okay, boys and girls, I did say
we're not getting political.
We know perfectly well that the current American president is a complete bastard. We don't say how big a cunt he is on live air. Whoops! I'm sorry.
Right. We got someone in a county jail right now watching the show. So can we do a big shout out to this person in jail?
Yeah. I hope you did something entertaining.
Yes.
Iantha pointed out that under Jewish historical Jewish practice, the scapegoat was a goat who was ceremoniously given all the sins of the community and then sent out into the wilderness
Desert.
to
Yeah.
starve.
Yeah.
However, what they didn't realise, the goats get on perfectly well out in the wilderness, and probably was so the goat sent out into the wilderness was not going to end up being butchered for somebody's lunch.
Yeah.
So it'd probably be better off out in the
Yeah.
wilderness. But on that one as well, the idea of the goat is the excluded. It is the
Exclusion.
evil of the world, which is complete bollocks, of course.
Yeah.
And what I began to realize as well is Christianity's built around hate. We're all told to hate the devil. It's all hate, hate, hate. And when you go to the extreme forms of Christianity, because I think that extreme Christianity damages so many people. I had a friend who when I joined the church, he came out as gay, and the church told him that he needs to become straight and get prayer, as if you could get prayer to become straight, you know. And they told him that he was going to hell, and he took it so badly that that night he jumped over a motorway bridge and ended his life. We were both 21 years of age, and I think that sort of thing, the damage they do standing outside abortion clinics as well,
Yeah.
because that woman, it's her right, it's her body.
I think it's the religions, and especially today, in today's age, and even if we just go back 50 years, it's become a way of controlling the masses. So they all have it all has their rules.
It used to be. The masses don't go to church anymore, so it's not a way of controlling.
Well, I don't know. It depends where you are, because when you look at the Muslim faith, they do their pilgrimages. I can't say that word. The Catholics still have their pilgrimage to Lourdes. It's not so much about going. Yeah, it's not so much about going to church every day of the week, or 3 times a week, or 4 times a week, like it used to be. And people actually, particularly going into church, as you said, is less and less. But they all become part of this, what I call a hate machine. It's awful. It doesn't matter what religion you are. I'm not singling out any. It's all big one hate machine. It really is. I mean, you know, I was always taught, like, love your neighbour, help them out. If you see somebody in need, go to their aid. You know, nowadays people either just walk past or they want to film. So and Robert says nobody has the fear of God in them, because, you know, it's what's instilled to the people that they give to other people, because they look different, whether they're gay, trans, black, Chinese, or you're Catholic, I'm Muslim, therefore I hate you, you're an infidel, or do you know what I mean? It's got to the stage where it's now instilled in people's brains, and it's passed on to the next generation, which I absolutely hate. I really hate. I've come to the stage where for me personally, I've turned my back on the church. I have gone into the Satanistic route. I'm not going to discuss my Satanism with anyone, because it is a private thing, but that was my choice. When I told my mum that I became a Satanist. Do you know what she did? She laughed. She laughed. But it's a very real thing with me. And yeah, I am a member of well, I'm not even going to mention it. Anyway, so that's that was my personal choice, because I looked into it. I saw what I saw. I liked what I saw. And it's taking responsibility for your own actions. That was what drew me. And I looked into it. I didn't just jump into it saying, yeah, it's cool to be a Satanist. No, it wasn't like that for me. I did the homework, 2 years behind the scenes doing homework. I'm now a member and I'm still doing homework, even to this day. But for me, it's made me less heavy. I'm not carrying that weight on my shoulders anymore that I used to. You know, trying to do good by others while they shit on you from a great height. Doesn't happen anymore. But that was my own personal. Yeah.
I still try and do good by others, except I do it in my own particular way.
Yeah.
But
you know, you should embrace all religions, Jonathan. It doesn't matter what you are, who you are. Love them for being them. Yeah.
I'm a practicing Christian, but I don't say, "Oh, you bitch, you will go to hell."
He tells me that all the time.
People, I love you. The fact you're a fucking Satanist, I don't care. It's none of my business. I love you. Anyway. Lee, the fact that you're a Quaker and you're off your tits doesn't affect the way I feel about you, you silly sod.
Very lovely.
Yeah, we do, you stupid bugger.
Am I obviously?
Yes.
Am I off my tits?
Yeah. You're fucking wasted, man. I've spent most of the last 50 years completely wasted, so I do know what it's like.
It's quite fun.
Well, he's said a lot and contributed a lot tonight, hasn't he, John, though?
Yes.
He's said a lot, actually, and all you've done is just kind of keep taking the mickey out of him. It's not very nice. You shouldn't do that.
I think so. I think that Lee is a sweet, sweet guy, and he makes me laugh.
You didn't have to say all that.
Well, I love him dearly.
Yeah, he knows that. He knows that.
And you had to say that because you know that it might have not come across like that earlier on.
I think Lee feels the love rather than just knows it as well. Yeah. You can feel it, can't you, Lee? You've got like this sixth sense about people, and not being judged is the most important sense that you can get from others.
I think that's the one thing in the Bible, isn't it? Judge not. And the reason why I dislike this type of evangelical Christian is because I think that the message that you get through Jesus, give and it shall be given unto you, and of love and of sharing, socialism really, but a really nice form of socialism where people get along and they share. Somebody doesn't like share to get something back, but it's something that's like fluid amongst the people. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
I've lost my point, sorry.
Just a quick thing from Simon in Denmark, that he's always misspelled scapegoat as space goat.
I like space goat.
There was, anyway, a hippie band called the Space Goats, who I saw play at various festivals in my misspent youth. I don't know if they're still around.
I was going to say, John, Space Goat is the great name for the title of an album.
Yeah, it is.
It is,
There's a
isn't it?
band, and that's what they call their records. They're a great guy.
Mm-hmm.
They were great fun to watch live. Fairly musically inept, but they were good fun to watch.
So here in
I agree with you, and the community. This is what churches provide. This can be for good or bad, depending on what is being taught. Agreed, 100%. And believe it or not, me and Lee are members of the same
Bible
church
group.
community.
Yeah.
Have you thought of it, Lee? Go on, Lee.
So I was just so it's really important because the way Jesus is a man that is good. It's about sharing. It's about but what I think what the evangelical church has done is they've like put gold glitter over it all, and it's become tacky, and it's become about hating people because they're queer, because they are have a different way to you. And I really think that message perverts the story of what Jesus was actually trying to convey. In the Bible, the disciples continually don't get what he's trying to say, and he keeps explaining it all different ways, and they still can't get it into their heads. It's that kind of thing anyway. I'm going to stop talking because I'm thinking.
Yeah, but Lee, I get what you're saying. It's they're saying that they do good, help others, the community. They shut their doors on the gay community. They shut their doors on trans people. They call them an abomination. And these people, and like you mentioned earlier with your friend throwing himself off a bridge, there is many of them that have gone through that. Families have lost loved ones because of the church. People that were abused because of the priests and the vicars within the church, now only coming to light now. I mean, we look at the Church of England, and the priest, the head of our Church of England, had to step down because he hid the fact that one of the vicars was abusing young boys. Why is that only happening now? I mean, the world has gone mad. It's turned around. It's on its head. There is some good in the world. There is still some good in the church, in whatever faith that you're in. But there are still these I'm going to call them old-fashioned bigots that are still practicing, that need to be ousted. And the fact that there are some good people out there that are doing exactly that, I think we got to believe and put our faith in them, that they will see the rights being done to undo the wrongs, if you know what I mean. I mean, I do not believe in conversion. I think that's a thing of the past, and any church that is, I don't care who you are, I'll go to war with you, that's still using conversion therapy, then those doors need shutting immediately, because that is wrong. That kills people. And
it's vile and evil.
It's awful.
Standards.
Yes.
And it's still not illegal. I can't believe it's still not been passed yet.
It's appalling.
It is
absolutely
appalling.
disgusting.
Maybe we should start a petition and send it to the king in our country.
I went through conversion therapy myself.
Did you?
Awful.
Yeah.
That's awful. I'm sorry.
That, you silly bugger.
Part of the well, it was what it was. So I was part of a cult for a long time, and they had different houses all over the country, and so I was sent.
I'm doing a
That was Graham.
Well, you've just come up in front of thousands of people in the world calling the cat a stupid cunt.
Yeah.
It's so funny. Which one was it, Graham?
It was Squeak.
Squeak.
Squeaky, who, for those of you who know, while we're talking about cults, was named after one of the Manson family.
Oh, yes.
God almighty,
Funny.
wasn't it?
That is funny. Sorry.
Carry on.
I can't remember what I was talking about.
No, that was
Lee and conversion. You was talking about conversion.
Nettie thought it was funny. Jesus, this show gets more and more fucking eccentric.
I just thought that Graham was classic tonight.
So, oh yeah, Christianity. So,
I just seen what Enantha's saying about they're trying to push conversion therapy on transgender people.
they are.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Disgusting,
God.
isn't it?
It's awful.
That's appalling.
It is.
It's
And
torture.
it's happening here in this country. Similar things are happening in our laws in this country. It's not all in America, it's really here as well. Horrible.
That's unbelievably horrible.
Yeah.
Conversion therapy. There was quite a boom of it in America, but in England as well, and people. I think it's like becoming like a narcissist Christian. There are many narcissist Christians about there, and it's rather than love and compassion and all of that, it's about power. It's about they try to dominate you with their views and their mindset. I really reject that sort of thing now and really speak out against it, because I think that it's a perversion of Christianity which I don't like, and it gives a false representation to what Jesus is, in my opinion, anyway.
I think it's awful. I think, people should be who they are and not made to suffer for it. It's like we're going back in time. Instead of it more so with gay people that come out, then you get sent to prison. I know Oscar Wilde didn't really come out because of that actual fact. He didn't want to go to prison, but I think where that's come forward, in other ways we've gone backward.
Certainly, yeah.
It's just like, I just
They're
don't know
using the
what to say
same
anymore.
language that people used for lesbian and gay people in the 80s, and that they're using the same language for trans people now. It's like if things can go backwards, things can go backwards.
I'm very disappointed with Keir Starmer.
I think the whole country is, to be honest, Lee.
I just think he could have stood up for more stuff, and he pretended to be friends with Jeremy Corbyn and all of this, and it's just a liar.
Let's not get into the politics side of it, because we will get banned.
Right, okay, sorry.
But we'll just call him a see you next Tuesday.
Indeed.
I like the way you're using the polite term of that when both me and Graham sworn.
I'm a lady, don't you know? I'm a lady.
I'm a lady.
You're
I'm a
tramp.
lady.
You're a
I'm a
tramp.
what?
A tramp.
charming lady. I'm a lady. If you believe that, you believe anything.
Oh, I believe
Yeah.
that.
But I was saying, David, I think you've got a really interesting way of seeing the way that Satan interacts in the Bible and the Lent, the way you see Lent and the story of Satan in the wilderness. Could you maybe share about that?
Well, like I say, you can just make it up as you go along. We don't know what happened. Like Matthew, Mark, or Luke, there wasn't like crouched behind a rock taking notes, listening to what Jesus and Satan were talking about. You know, we don't know. I think we can use our imagination. I mean, I like to imagine a conversation between the two characters, you know, because we're talking about, you know, the evils of the rise of racism and homophobia, transphobia, and things like that. And it's all about scapegoating. It's all about kind of trying to shift the focus away from what's really hurting people. So scapegoating's never good. It never works out well. But we do it so much. We've got to be so, I have to be so aware in myself not to do it to other people. Like, you know, not to scapegoat. So there's like Christ and Satan, both scapegoats in their own way. Like Christ taking on the sin of the world at the crucifixion and resurrection. There's that kind of traditional theology, but also Satan also takes on the sins of the world because everybody blames the Satanists, the devil worshippers. You know, think of the kids. You know, people use Satan to kind of get rid of their sins on him as well. Like, you know, and it's a really bad impulse in our human makeup where we do this, where we scapegoat the other.
Yeah. And you know what? I think people need to take responsibility for their own actions. Rather than really hurting someone, whether it be with words or whatever, or you know, or you steal money off your mum, or I'll use that as an example, stealing money off my mum. Rather than going to church, Father, forgive me, I have sinned, and then going to the confessional and I get 20 Our Fathers and 10 Hail Marys, and that's it. I'm saved and you've been cleansed of your sins. Wrong. What I need to do, and what that priest should be telling me, is go back to your mother, admit to what you've done, and give her the money back. Face up to what you have done. Not
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? I don't know whether the church realise what they're breeding here, because if they turn around and said, go back to your mum, ask her for forgiveness, work it out with her and give her her money back, and then say 20 Our Fathers and 10 Hail Marys, I'd have more respect for them. But to be told, like, oh, God will forgive you if you do this,
Yeah.
no.
Whoop-de-doo.
No.
Whoop-de-doo, eh?
Take responsibility for your
Yeah.
actions. And I don't think it's the church so much. I think it's the priests and the people running it
Yeah.
trying to take that power from me. They're trying to. Do you see what I mean? Yeah,
I do.
anyway,
Yeah. No. Oh, some of the words in the confession, because I mean, the one I go to is Church of England, Almighty God, to whom all hearts are open, all desires known, and from whom no secrets are hidden. And now, when I get to that part of the prayer, I say it extra loud because I think it's quite outrageous. I think it's like a real invasion of privacy. I'm thinking, what are you sure? Like all desires known, no secrets are hidden from you. I'm just thinking, well, don't check my browser history. Well, that's all that's all known by God. But I say these things a little bit louder at church, but I just think, yeah, it's nonsense. This continually saying sorry every single week. Like I have said to them, I says, well, I don't know what you lot have been getting up to because you've been saying sorry like every Sunday. You've been saying sorry, and I just dread to think what you've been getting up to. Probably nothing really that bad. But so next time when I take the service, I says, well, anyway, now we repent, and that means you don't sin again. You don't do it again.
Of course they
So
will.
do something different this time. Keep him entertained. Don't do the same sin. Do a different sin. Get creative.
It's like they're
That's what I'm
reading
going to.
serial killers.
That's what I'm going to say when I take do my next church service. I've already got that one in mind.
Oh dear.
Because
Oh
you have to
God.
laugh. I mean, you'd think like churches. You'd think anywhere that really does you good should have some sense of humour.
Yeah.
But it can be so humourless sometimes, religion. And I think it's missing sometimes.
Do you know what? When I used to do platform in the spiritualist churches, and I used to do the Sunday service visiting medium. And so my part would be I'd sing with them, pray with them, I'd do the address, and sometimes my guide would do the address, and sometimes I would do the address before you'd go into mediumship. And the thing is, it used to make me laugh. In spiritualist churches, you get these very pious people, God, they would talk about God or the Holy Spirit and the white light and this, that, and the other. And then you'll get me, and because my guide would say the great spirit, the great energy. That's what he would talk about, and I would then relay it to them. They'll all look at me going, "What's she going on about?" And then they'd act. Not the other mediums; they're all older than me. They'd act in a certain way, and then they'd be very respectful, giving the messages and things. And I'd go, "All right, mate." In a church. Because I try and make them relaxed and feel on the same par as me. And the day that came when I was in a particular spiritualist church, and this guy came through in spirit to give a message to his daughter that was sitting in the congregation. And the way he came forward, he was effing and jeffing and seeing, using the C word and the B word, and if I remember rightly, the first words that came out was, "Tell that bitch I'm here, and I just don't push it. Just don't push it. I'm here." And then when I looked at her, and I just put my head down, and she smiled at me, and I said, "There's a gentleman here." I described him, and I just said, "He's effing and jeffing, and he's told me to tell that," and I mouthed the word, "that he's here, and I got to tell you that he's here. He's not happy about it, but he's here, and he's going to tell you once and for all." And he carried on with, "Well, that wanker down the road, and this cunt here, and blah blah blah, and over this side I've had to sit in front, blah blah." It really got really bad, and I just said, and I looked at the people that were running the church, very religious, very respectful people, and I said, "I'm going to change the wording with a word that sounds like the word he's using rather than the word he's saying." And so that message got rather confusing, but I think she got to grips with it, because even though, like, I didn't have the same beliefs as them, I had I had respect for them. And even though the message was directly for that woman, and yeah, it went it went well, I thought. But what I'm trying to say is, no matter what church you're in, no matter whose church you're in, the ultimate thing that we should be doing to one another is just showing respect. And that's a word that people don't understand these days.
No, I agree.
So I just think it's important to love each other, you know.
Well, Lee, I can't love you any more than I do already, because otherwise I would be known as your fag hag.
I'd like a fag hag. I've never actually had a fag hag. You be my fag hag when we do Dino Come.
Yeah, I'll come and see you.
I mean, I might not. I'm very straight acting though. I come across as very masculine, I think.
Yeah. But I'll still be your fag hag, don't worry.
I come across as very thin and young.
Jonathan,
Yes.
I've only just noticed you've got like a tapestry behind you there.
Yes.
It looks really beautiful. Does it go up?
Yes. Karina made it.
Can I see?
Oh,
Who
my God.
Oh,
Beautiful.
wow, really nice.
Just in case you don't know, Karina was my wife who died of cancer about 5 years ago. Just in case for those of you who are not aware. By the way, good evening, Lorenzo. It's nice to see you. Even if you have turned up when we've only got a minute and a half left, I think. No, we've run out of time. Believe it or not.
Oh.
Just tell
look at the way
before-
Lee went very feebly waved to the camera then.
Can I just say, before we go, can you explain to Robert what a fag hag is?
Oh, so it's like a straight guy, a straight girl that hangs around with a gay guy to make their reputation more because like being with the funds.
Make their reputation more what's it?
Up. It's a bit like sitting with the funds, you know, like
more what's it?
charisma.
Yeah. More what's it?
Well, what's this?
Hanging
Okay,
out with the gays.
Not
Yeah.
for the first time in the history of this show. I have no fucking idea what you're talking about. It's to make them more what's it. It's like sitting with the Fonz. Fuck me raggedly.
So, right, you know, Happy Days.
Yes.
And there was a character called the Fonz in Happy Days, and he was really charismatic. And so it's like you're sitting with the Fonz. I made that up. I thought that was really good.
For God's sake, everything's falling on the floor.
I like your
Ladies
scally.
and gentlemen, I would like you all to know who aren't regular watchers of this show. I'd like you to think that it was not always like this, but sadly it is always like this. It's always vaguely controlled.
Can I just say, for those that caught a glimpse of that is not a picture of Patty. Just wanted to make that statement there.
What?
See that Bigfoot picture? Just there.
Yes.
That is not Patty. The Patterson Gimlin Bigfoot, that's not it. It's a different one.
I had no idea you were talking about the Patterson Gimlin image. When you were talking about Patty, I thought you were talking about another one of the Manson girls. But
No.
I'm just getting confused, boys and girls. It's been a long day.
And my day's set to continue into the wee small hours because I'm writing a review for Jonathan and the deadline's tonight.
What's that
Nettie
about?
is kind enough to say that that's why you all love the show. You're all darlings, all of you, including you, Lee. You're a darling. And I'm sure you're a darling too, David.
David is not a darling. David is a
I met you
cat.
once.
David is a cat. He is Cat Weasel in disguise, the offspring of Cat Weasel.
Yeah. I'll go with that, definitely.
You should have that as your nickname, Cat. Why do they call you Cat? Just Cat.
Yeah. Well, it was really very nice to meet you all tonight. Anyway.
It was nice to meet you too. It was quite interesting.
Yeah,
Very
definitely.
interesting show.
Yeah.
And can you carry on being that naughty Christian? Just keep doing what you're doing. It's brilliant.
There's no option really. I'd just get very bored if I was too well behaved. Yeah.
I know.
Don't
I'm
don't lead Lee down that road, because Lee's good as he is. We love him the way he is. Don't ever change, Lee. Just be you.
Wow. Well, I've had probably 3 years to have had my influence over Lee.
Oh, you're like brothers, really.
Yeah.
We're spiritual, aren't we, me and you?
Oh no.
I wouldn't say
I wouldn't say so. No.
You can
anyway,
I'm
boys
carnal.
and
I'm carnal more than spiritual.
I'm not at all carnal.
Oh, I am. Very carnal.
Same here.
But that's another story.
I'm an omnivore. I eat both meat and veg.
There's nothing I can say to that, my darling.
I've been invited to. I've got my place at DinoCon, by the way. The dinosaur convention.
Come and see Lee. I'll be going. Come and see Lee. It's going to be a great
I shall
weekend.
be there at the dinosaur. I'm one of the volunteers there, so you'll be able to see me ushering people around or talking to folks, telling them about
how do you get that gig?
Maybe you can get me backstage.
Well, if you get
stage, then
you're only going to meet Darren. He's already been on the show.
Yeah, but you never know. Mr. Attenborough, Sir David Attenborough might be there. You never know.
You never know.
Anyway, boys and girls, we've run out of time. And my diabetes, which has been inflamed by all the chocolate I've eaten today, is telling me I need to go for a pee. So I think this is probably time.
The devil horns.
Say goodbye. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Time to go home. Time to go home from your simply spooky adrenaline ride. Time to go home. Time to go home. Even if you're terrified. Goodbye. Time to go home. Time to go home. Vivian and her weird friends are all going home. Time to go home. Time to go home. Vivian is waving goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.